is for babies.
Everyone gets that this is a very big day and that all our hopes and dreams could easily be ruined if this console sucks.
So let's dive right in. Here is our review of Red Steel.
For many, Red Steel was the first Wii game they ever saw. But should it be the first one you buy over all those other launch titles?
I think I love them all.
That's your slightly ADD-afflicted girlfriend, who just happens to be the daughter of a Yakuza big shot. When you go to meet your potential father-in-law during his visit to Los Angeles, an attempt is made on his life. Sano! Your girl is kidnapped. You're not cold.
Oh my God, Scott! He's dead!
And thus begins a quest to find her that spans the globe. Red Steel is a fairly standard first-person shooter at its core. You point, you shoot, you dodge incoming fire. The difference is that aiming and looking is done entirely with the Wiimote. This makes Red Steel feel unlike just about any other FPS, although this is both good and bad.
There he is! Somebody stop this guy!
It's good in that the unique controls hold your interest long after the relatively pedestrian levels and enemies would have lost it in a non-Wii game.
Give up, moron!
It's bad in that, well, most of the challenge in the game comes from controlling your character. You have to know precisely where the controller is pointing at all times, and you'll be holding it up at the screen at all times. Prepare for some cramped hands. The toughest control trick is the zoom in, which is done by pressing a button on the remote to lock on, and then pushing the remote towards the TV. It's incredibly easy to lose track of your target doing this. The sniper rifle in particular is jumpy when zooming.
You do look a bit tense.
To compensate, the enemies sometimes exhibit silly behavior. Thanks for standing around while I get a beat on you there, buddy. Oh! Breaking up the shooting sequences are somewhat inexplicable sword fights.
Scott-san, use the blade!
But I have a shotgun. Why don't I just shoot him? Probably some dumb honor thing. But the sword combat is probably the best part of the game. The remote swings the sword while a wag of the nunchuck parries incoming attacks. When the battle is over, you can even choose whether or not to spare your opponent's life. As you progress in the game, you'll learn advanced techniques like this bullet time style focus attack. They're introduced a bit late. They do help mix things up more.
You'll never reach a fucking land, stupid gaijin!
Yeah, you're in Los Angeles, dude. Technically, that makes you the stupid gaijin.
Do I look all right? Sorry, I know I've asked you 10 times already.
All right is about as far as we'll go. Red Steel isn't particularly pretty. It's best described as serviceable. There are some nice explosion effects, though. Despite numerous cool control ideas, Red Steel doesn't quite gel into more than the sum of its parts. Ultimately, that unique interface that saves it from mediocrity is also what keeps it from greatness.
You said I shouldn't expect any personal sympathy.
A 3 out of 5.
Don't shoot me, you maniac!